That's the thing about doing long runs and then trying to run the next day. You didn't give your body enough time to rest, so you still feel the pressure. And it's not even just about your legs and how sore that they'll feel and how much pressure that they have, but it's also how it affects your cardiovascular system. Having your heart rate go up, having your lungs expand. I mean, you're damaging those too. You're breaking them down. So you have to give the muscle fibers and all the areas that you are tearing down, and the longer you run, as well as how much speed you're adding, how it fluctuates, that plays a role on your recovery times and for what you put in your body after you're done exercising, and how fast you consumed whichever you were consuming. So I try to consume healthy fats, healthy protein, healthy carbs within minutes after doing any type of exercise. Now, it doesn't always happen that way, but your window of opportunity decreases the more time you wait. You don't want to do a strength training exercise and then wait 3 days to get your protein. You just completely missed your window of opportunity. Even 3 or 4 hours. Now, does that mean you won't gain anything if you wait really long? No, you'll gain something, but again, it's about locking yourself in to a system day after day, 365 days a year. Now, I just ran about 3.5 miles without stopping, and now I'm not spent, I'm not cashed out. However, I am going to give myself a few moments to regenerate before I bust out this next 1.5 miles, 2 miles to get back home. Then I gotta eat, because again, window of opportunity, and I'm actually factoring in all this time that I am walking. Those are minutes away. I already did a lift, a workout, as you're seeing, but still, my legs are beat. Now, that is the benefit of having a vehicle. Having a vehicle allows you to gauge your time much differently. But I'm okay with this. I'm alright just basically saving money, not needing to pay gas, and it's a guaranteed exercise routine, because me getting to the gym is an exercise. So that's how I see it. I'm exercising just getting there. I've been saying that for over 3 years. Me getting to the gym's a workout, and then me leaving is another workout. So I'm always doing something. But that's bonus points to justify me not doing anything later. I just sit there and recover. It's a beautiful system. I make it work for me. And that's why my body looks like this. And I'm not done yet. I still have so much more that I want to accomplish with myself. And it's all part of the plan. I'm sure God's allowing it because He's not telling me any reason why I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm still handling my other priorities, and I'm not getting into trouble. My record's clean. I'm not harming anyone. I'm promoting health. So I'm going to continue this. And I've drastically reduced the amount of time-wasting activities that I've done. Even the past 3 years, but really the past 26 years. I wasted a lot of time. But I don't want to consider it a waste. I want to consider it learning lessons, so it doesn't put it in vain. I no longer want to do anything to jeopardize everything. So this is why I am doing what I'm doing. And it's the first time in my life this past few years that I can actually say I have a sense of purpose. And not a lot of people have a sense of purpose, or a sense of purpose that is helping others. So I'm proud of myself. I never seriously heard it in my life where someone said that they're proud of me. A lot of people commit suicide over those types of thoughts. Not me. As long as I'm proud of myself and what I'm doing and believing that I have an impact, even if it's to one person, helping them get into shape, helping them seeing the light, turning away from their darkness, then hey, that's it. And every other person after that one is just bonus points. Now I am striving for more people. I'm striving to help more and more people. Even like this bus driving past. Even me walking might be motivating someone to say, hey, you can do it. I can do it. I don't need to catch the bus. I don't need to waste my couple dollars. I might get there faster, but then I'm surrounded by all the germs from all the other pedestrians who most likely don't understand nutrition, which is vectoring in to their day-to-day life. Now, am I knocking people that ride the bus? No, not in any means. In fact, when I used to catch the bus, it would be around the surrounding city areas where it would be the college students getting on to have an easy commute to their location that they need to go for their classes. And they seemed like very intellectual people, very clean, just want to, most of them aren't even from this city. A lot of them are actually foreign, and they're coming to just go to school for the medical field. We are big on our medical field. Now, on the flip side, the medical industry, I mean, it's about like, they don't know how corrupt it is. So they feel like they're doing a good service. But ultimately, they just want to make a lot of freaking money. And then they believe they're having an impact. So that's why they're doing it. But for those of you that are awake and understand the symbology of our medical industry, there's a lot of healthier alternative ways to heal, to naturally heal yourself. And the way my body is, and the way I think and analyze and observe things, it's based upon natural healing. Like these essential oils. And I'm going to bring up all the time because growing up, I didn't know what they were. The past few years, I learned about them. I would see recipes to help cleanse your acne. To help cleanse your acne. Like I've seen some terms like tea tree oil, lavender oil, etc. And I just figured, well, you could just buy the oil. But then I started realizing through research and through some awesome gentlemen who got me into the oils, really devotedly got me into them, that there are many different properties of each oil, and the companies that make the oil, there's a lot better quality ones, and there's also ones that will use alcohol extracts that basically will tell you on the label, this is not for consumption or must dilute. The reason is because of the alcohol, which isn't meant to be absorbed in our bodies. But the oil that I use, it's unadulterated. There's no alcohol. If you see a bottle of peppermint, all it is peppermint. It has a peppermint smell. It's clean. There's no side effects. It's brilliant. So essential oils are a great way to heal. Now in the comment section below, rate my body based on your personal opinion, unbiased opinion. Just rate it from 1 to 10. Also put areas that I can improve, because I already can see what areas I can improve. Now the reason why I said unbiased is because for me, my goals, my absolute goals, I'm not going to get much bigger than this. I'm not going to gain any more muscle than this based on how I train. So there's going to be the ones that will post gain more muscle, your proportions are wrong, whatever you guys will say. I can agree. Gain more muscle. Maybe have bigger shoulders, because my shoulders are lacking compared. Even my abs, I can really rip myself more to get better abs. I had much better abs over a year ago. But yeah, I just run for the most part. But I just want your opinion. And if you have your own video or you like my opinion, no matter who you are, male or female, I'll give you my honest opinion. But based on my goals, I'm fine. If my goals were to, here's an example. Let's say if I wanted to not run anymore and become a bodybuilder, then heck yeah, my body is horrible. It is very small, no muscle. But there are people that want to bodybuild that hasn't had a 40-month foundation of running like this to even obtain the body that I have. So not only aren't they into the lifting, but they're also not into the running. So with that said, that is very unfortunate for them, because they can't even get away with it by saying, well, I've been running this long, so that's why I stay lean. Because a lot of people, they don't take me seriously. If they don't know me, if they see me, or maybe they see me all the time at the gym when I'm lifting during the summer, because I'm typically outside running, so they don't get to see me run. I'll hear like, you know, what's up big guy, or stuff, because they see me a lot, so then they feel more comfortable knowing that, you know, they get to see how I interact, and I'm not a mean guy who's gonna snap or whatever. So I've heard it before, like, you're getting bigger, you're getting gains, and then I really don't play along. I don't go with defense mode, but I'm like, well, I'm a distance runner, so I'm just going for lean muscle, not mass. And then it kind of confirms their sarcasm, because they're like, oh, okay. You know, they don't say like, oh, well, you know, nice size, or just something weird. They're like, oh, okay. Like they're trying, like they were kind of shocked about it. So their sarcasm kind of goes out the window. It's kind of silly. So I kind of just explain myself. I justify why I'm so lean, knowing that I know they weren't telling the truth, basically. They're just trying to make me feel better, because they see me a lot, they see me lift, but I ain't gaining no much size. There'll be times where I have to recover for a few days, so I compensate by lifting just to do something, because I always want to do something. So I might have 2 or 3 extra pounds, or I might just have that pump by the time they get there, so they appear to be bigger. and I might even be 2 or 3 extra pounds on the scale, but right whenever I'm recovered and I start running for like 3 or 4 days, those 2 or 3 pounds go away, because I was retaining the food that I was eating for not burning it off. The water weight, it's mainly water weight. I mean, I remember I stepped on the scale like 4 or 5 months ago and I was 168, but like 5 days before that I was 159 or 160, and then I stood on the scale again because I was like, man, this scale must be broken. How am I 8 pounds heavier? And truth be told, I was eating a lot more sodium, a lot more stuff, a lot more protein drinks, and I was still running though, but I was eating a lot more. And then I realized, because I kind of had a feeling, I was like, it's probably all the food I've been eating, and I was working too, so there was a few days where, a few weeks where I was running maybe 3 days a week, 4 days a week, not 6 or 7 days a week. So I was retaining all that water. So it just seems like when I work more than 20 to 30 hours a week, it really digs into my health. It really digs into my routine. Because here's the perfect example. If you work 1 hour a day, it's not, okay, let's say if it's from noon to 1 hour. It's not like you wake up with your work clothes on, in your cubicle, or in your station, flipping your burger from noon to 1, and then when it hits 1, you teleport back home. No. You basically, your day really starts at 9 or 10, even with a car. Because you gotta wake up, shower, eat. You want to sit for a little bit just to endure the idea of going in to be someone's slave for a little bit. So you basically don't really work for 1 hour. And then after you clock out, not only there might be that chance where it's not exactly 1 because you got to help out, so you're there an extra 10 minutes to a half hour. So then that happens. But then those seconds don't stop. You got to leave the building. You got to go to your vehicle, which is an additional 2 or 3 minutes. You got to turn it on. You got to sit in traffic on your way home. You're not home for another hour and a half, depending on where you live. Now it's even worse if you catch the bus, because you got to leave extra hours earlier to get there, and then extra hours after you're done. So that 1 hour that I just explained from noon to 1 is really a 4 or 5 hour thing. Then you still have to go to sleep at night, so you're getting your 8 hours hopefully. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hours for 1 hour. Now imagine when you work 8 hours a day. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, because you're working 8 and you are sleeping 8, plus those 2 hours before and after to get prepared and to get relieved. So ultimately you're only getting 4 hours to yourself, and that time goes so fast. It goes so friggin' fast because you're trying to enjoy it. And what happens when time flies? You have fun, right? And you have to figure out, you're using a lot of that time just to figure out what you want to do. And then I didn't even go over chores. Chores meaning like you gotta do your laundry, you gotta clean up, you gotta go grocery shopping, whatever. Something comes up with a friend or a family member, then you have to use your time for that. A funeral you have to go to, whatever. It all factors in. It's hilarious. Super funny. So once all that happens, out of 1,000 hours, 950 of those hours is for bullcrap. And yeah, you get money, whatever. But number one, you won't have any time to enjoy your money because you're always working. And number two, you got your bills to pay. Because the more you make, not only the more they take, but the more things that you think that you can afford. And even if you can't afford it, you really shouldn't be doing half the things you're doing, if not more than half. So bottom line is, we're all screwed. But that's why I try to focus on health, because imagine if the power grid fries. Imagine if the whole monetary system changes. Now you're thinking, whoa, this guy's crazy talking like that. I've been alive for 20 something years, 30 something years, even 40 something years, and that hasn't happened. Yeah, well, it could happen. So it's better to have what you can actually keep than to have something that can be rendered valueless. All these billionaires and trillionaires, even millionaires, if their money just became valueless one day, they wouldn't have anything. And most rich people, most of them, well, I don't want to say most, but a majority of them aren't, well, even the ones, okay, I was going to say majority of them are fat. Out of shape is the main thing. Because you don't have to be fat and out of shape, you can be skinny and out of shape too. Because they're so used to working that 9 to 5. They're sitting, they're brainstorming, they're thinking, whatever. They're not hitting the gym. There are the fortunate ones, and there's many that make money doing what they love and being in shape. But it goes to another conversation I had about trusting people. You gotta really watch out who you partnership with. Like, a great goal is for me to open up my own gym. Charge really low rates. Look at that cute bunny right there. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that thing. It's so little. So awesome. Alright. Charge a low rate. Basically train people. Put the music I want to listen to on. Do what I want to do. And treat it as a gym that is for me, that other people can experience if they like. Keep it up, man. Always got to root on the people that are trying to be in shape, training for a sport. I'm not only going to cheer on the runners, but the bikers too. They have a whole other thing to worry about. I was talking to a buddy yesterday, and his car didn't stop at the stop sign, and basically smacked him. Which thought to myself, man, that's why I don't bike. It's too much. Too much additional impact. It's easier to stop when you're running. You just stop. Your speed isn't as fast, at least for distance running, but for sprinting, generally not sprinting on streets or heavy traffic sidewalks or anything like that. So again, I have things work for me, and I'm not telling everyone on God's green earth to become a runner. If you want to, that's great. If I kind of gave you the motivation to start, beautiful. But find your own path. Some people aren't meant to run. Some people don't have the right bodies. Some people just don't like running. Some people like biking. Some people like doing a hybrid of things. I've been on a bike maybe 7 times in the past 10 years. I see a lot of people riding their bikes. A lot of people do it for commuting, for transportation. A lot of people do it for events, to train for a triathlon. And that's a whole other thing too, because I don't like chlorine. I don't like putting my body in a pool full of chlorine and other chemicals. It's just not my thing. I was in the pool for a long time as a kid. Just don't see a use for it. Yeah, swimming is a great form of exercise. It's great. It's a full body thing. But I just don't want to do it. So that's the same thing if someone were to get into fitness by swimming, and then they're thinking that swimming's the best thing, which it might be for them, but for me it's not. So it's basically how I see it. It doesn't make me any less in shape than them, but it also doesn't make me any more in shape than them by simply running. I see a lot of people smoking cigarettes. Like, where are people gonna learn? I mean, it's 2016. Learn. It's not a good thing to do. It's a horrible thing to do. I mean, it's all out there. Even the mainstream media puts their crap on there about it. Billboards. I know it's a habitual thing. I was involved. I know. It just upsets me knowing that I was able to do it and I still see people doing it. Are you that miserable and depressed? Seriously? That you have to smoke? You don't have to do it. So stop doing it. I'm sick of seeing people in the fast food lines. I am so tired of it. It's this freaking system that we are all following in one way, shape, or form. It's just disgusting. One way to shut a business down, 2 words. Stop paying. Don't pay. Quit supporting. So stop. If for even one day nobody went to McDonald's or any fast food place, if one day nobody went to a fast food place, it would mess them up. It would mess their numbers up. It's getting to the point where they're thinking long term. They know they're losing money. So what they're doing is they are going to just get robots. They're going to get those self-help computer screens. They're already talking about it, and I've been saying it for a long time now. And people are going to go because they're going to continue to have profit. They always have some sneaky way to keep their stuff going. And it's like, holy crap. I love this camera because I get to see anyone that's eyeballing me. And it's so many people. So many. It's gonna happen again before I'm even done with this video. It doesn't matter if it's a guy or girl, they're gonna look. I want to inspire people though. I don't want people to be lusting over me. I just want people to be inspired, to want to look better. So that way they have the power to say no. Like, you know what? No. Because I know what it's all about. I've been through it so many times. People just want me to bang them. People just want to mess around. And it's awesome that they want to, but you know it's more empowering? Turning people down. It's a great feeling. And that's the irony, because when I was growing up, before I was in the shape, anyone that gave me a chance, I was hopping for. I would hop to the point where then they would change their mind. Desperation. And I'm not embarrassed to say it. Like I said earlier, about having everything being a learning lesson. But now when I have opportunities, no. And it's happened several times since I got into shape. empowering. And my goal was to always, even before I got into shape, just be with someone I can grow with. And I'm still waiting for that chance to grow and be happy. See? Happened again. Even if their husband's driving, they're in the passenger, they're gonna look. And they're gonna give me this look like, God dang it. And is arrogancy just another form of observation? Because I'm not saying to be arrogant, it's just what I've been observing the past few years. Back in the day, no one would bat an eye, and it's more than just an eye. It's also words. People tell me how good I look. And that's why I'm doing this video too, because again, leave a comment below about how you think that I look. This criticism will help improve me. You might snap something in my brain that'll make me just want to go crazy and get more muscle. But I will never touch drugs to do it. I will never do steroids. Never. I don't care how big I want to get. If I ever get crippled running wise and I feel like I can never, no longer progress in it, that's what I'll do. Won't even try. Come on, say cheese. And there'll be some people that they won't look. But you know that they won't look, so they don't seem desperate. They will try to turn their head around not to look. If it's for that power thing. As you start feeling better about yourself, your confidence goes up, you're more outgoing, and you're able to speak to anyone and not feel embarrassed. Even if that person appears to think that they're more superior or better because they have more money or whatever, or more friends, it doesn't bother you because you know dang well you're doing the best that you can do. Well, this is my street. I am signing out. God bless you all. Have a blessed and prosperous rest of your weekend, week, whatever time you decide to watch it. If you watch it this far, great. Peace.